Welcome to this mindfulness audio session. This is part of a video called Building Bridges, Not Walls. And this session is designed to guide you on a mindful path to successful conversations. So throughout this audio, we're going to explore ways to connect with your intention and to get you to be able to start a conversation with the intention of adding value and harness the power of positive sensations. So it's going to get you to connect with what your intention is before the conversation and getting into the habit of doing that. It's also going to get you to approach every conversation with the mindset of adding value and to be able to harness the power of stirring up positive feelings in your body to get positive sensations, because when you feel better, you make better decisions and you communicate better. However, do not attempt to do this if you're operating machinery or involved in any activity that may require your attention. You may keep your eyes open and use this as an exercise, as a way to reflect on your current situation. So you could have this on earphones, and just before you're going to start a conversation or maybe speaking to someone, trying to influence them, just listen to this in the background with your eyes open. And you can do that if you want, or keep your eyes closed. I do not recommend that you close your eyes and try and drive. It's not a good thing to do. But I do recommend that you watch the video Building Bridges, Not Walls first, just to get an understanding of why you're doing this mindfulness session. Let's begin. So if you're ready and it's safe to do so and you want to close your eyes, go ahead and close your eyes. If you're in a nice quiet place, maybe sitting in the car with the engine off, the keys out, or just lying in your bed, sitting in a chair, close your eyes and just take a nice, long, deep breath in. And if your eyes are open, just do the same thing. Take a long, deep breath in. And make your exhale about twice as long as your inhale. So you're just slowing down your breathing. And as you are slowing down your breathing, go ahead and just begin to release all of the tension in your jaw. So you're just kind of loosening up your jaw, relaxing your jaw. And a lot of people, when they're tense, they clench their jaw. So it's just getting into the habit of just loosening up your jaw. And this has major benefits to your stress levels and your overthinking. And also, as you're relaxing your jaw, if you go ahead and just, as best you can, just relax your tongue, relax the back of your tongue. So you're just loosening up your tongue, just letting it kind of just sit there without any tension in it. A lot of people, if you just really check in with them, their tongue is kind of tense and it's pushing on the roof of their mouth. And it's been proven that if you relax the back of your tongue, it helps to slow down the communication in the part of your brain that's connected in with your inner dialogue. The inner dialogue is also known as, your self-talk, when you're talking to yourself, when you have a busy mind. Basically, for this exercise, doing this will just help you to slow down the language centers in your brain. And it helps you to stop that overthinking, overthinking before you're going into the conversation or you're having a conversation with someone in your mind. And the conversation may be now or it may be later on or tomorrow. Doesn't really matter. This just helps you to stop having that conversation by slowing down your breathing, relaxing your jaw, and relaxing the back of your tongue as best you can. And doing this will accelerate the process of quieting down your mind. And as you're slowing down your breathing, let's embark on this enlightening mental exercise to enhance your communication skills and to be able to clarify your intention and build a successful relationship with whoever you're going to have a relationship with, a conversation or just a chat. It's building a way of thinking, a metaphor, and a concept that most people will never have the opportunity of even considering. So as you're relaxing, Just imagine that you're going to start a conversation with someone and you want to be a valuable conversation. So you're going to start a conversation with somebody and you're going to add value with the intention of adding value. And this may be a partner, maybe a friend, a business colleague, a boss, or even an employee, or even a stranger. You could even just make someone up. It doesn't have to be anybody. You're just practicing having successful conversations, training your mind to think more clearly and expansive. And as you're thinking about having a conversation with this other person, just become aware of any feelings that come up when you think about that. When you think about it right now, notice any feelings that come up. If they're negative feelings, they're positive feelings, if they're neutral feelings, it doesn't really matter. We're going to change them or transform them into something positive. And as you're becoming aware, if you are feeling anything, and you're thinking, what would be the most powerful good feeling or sensation you can feel right now, that if you're having this feeling, it would influence the conversation in a positive way? So what would be the most powerful feeling that you could have right now, that if you had it, it would influence the conversation in a much more positive way? So it would make you feel better. And when you feel better, you can think clearly and you can make better decisions. And it's easy to influence somebody else to meet you halfway. What's that feeling that you could have? A positive feeling, a positive sensation. And just think about what that could be. And if it's an empowering feeling that you choose, you can stick to it. And if it's not an empowering feeling, what would be the best feeling you can connect to that will empower you with positive intention? And maybe it's a feeling of excitement, curiosity, or a feeling of success, or just satisfaction. Or maybe it's all of the above. And maybe there has been a time in your life that you felt like that. Have you ever felt like that? You just felt really good after a conversation. And I don't know exactly how that feels for you now as you think about that good feeling. What does it feel like when you are having it? Or when you had that feeling, what would it feel like if you were having that feeling now and bringing that into the conversation? Really get into it. Imagine it's starting to flow around your body. What does it feel like? Where do you normally feel it in your body? Imagine in your mind you're pointing to where you feel it in your body. I don't know, maybe you notice that you're breathing differently. Or maybe you notice an upper pulling in your cheeks and you feel a little smile coming on your face. You know that feeling? And you're connected to your intention. You just want the conversation to go well. You want everybody to be happy. You want yourself to be happy, which is not too much to ask. And you want the other person to be happy. That's not too much to ask. And you know that, right? So imagine you're connecting to that feeling to the point where it's going to radiate out of your body, that the other person knows your intention is pure. You just want to help them feel better and you want to feel better too. I don't know exactly how it feels in your body when you think about it. If you had that feeling now, how does it feel? Imagine just allowing these feelings to become bigger, and you can imagine it, you can feel it, or you can just get a concept of what would it be like if that feeling was getting bigger and stronger. I don't know if you're feeling it right now or if you're just imagining feeling it. Either way is good. And imagine these feelings are resonating out of you to the point where the other person can't help but themselves, but they're picking it up too. That positive vibe is just radiating out from you, picking up your positive intention. Imagine feeling that now. That's right. And how will it feel when you leave here and a period of time passes by and you've listened to this audio and you're in the future and you're looking back on the other side of the conversation? So you're looking back after having the conversation, having said all of the right things, made all the right choices, and you're looking back on just that interaction with curiosity and excitement. Having had a successful conversation with a positive outcome, and you're looking back and you're seeing how far you've come to get to this point where you're on the other side of it. What does it feel like? Imagine that feeling in your body. And as you're feeling this, just imagine that you get that aha moment where you realize not only have you been successful at building your part of the bridge, you also helped to influence the other person to build their part of the bridge. You have built a successful relationship. What would that feel like? What does it feel like? As you're imagining that now in your body, and you're thinking it in your mind, and your body is following your mind. It can't help it. Your imagination is powerful. And imagine the other person is feeling great, shaking your hand and thanking you for helping them to feel better. What does it feel like? As you think about it now, notice what it feels like in your body as you consider having applied this new way of communicating to your life. Where do you feel it? Where would you feel it? Where have you felt it? Where did you feel it? Back then. Where are you feeling it now? In your body as you think about that. And imagine you're in the future looking back on that conversation that you had and you're thinking, if only I knew then what I know now. And you do, looking back on it. And imagine you're considering, what other small, simple things could I include that could make it even better just from this point of view? It's just another point of view that you're imagining. What's all of the other small, simple things that I could include? Everything else. Just some of the small things that you could include that could make it even better. And maybe it's something simple that will come to your mind now. Or maybe later on when you're in the conversation, you'll get an aha moment. And you'll only realize after the fact that you had a conversation where those small things just came out of nowhere. And you applied them in that moment that you're looking back on now as you think about it. The best thing about aha moments, you have to wait. And they just come to you out of nowhere when you're not expecting them. Just like that. And I know that's happened to you before where you just go, aha. And you only realize it after the fact as you look back on the whole thing. And again, maybe you're aware of that, what that might be now. Or maybe you will get that aha moment later on. I don't know. Either way is good, right? Now, as you're thinking about all of this and you're feeling this, open your eyes if you haven't already and notice how your body is feeling. And going ahead and just enjoying these feelings. Don't overthink it. Just know that you brought your mind through an experience that you probably never did before, and your mind has to apply it to every situation in your life because you know more. And these feelings, go ahead and share them with everybody, and maybe even sharing them with a sense of curiosity and excitement. You know, just for the fun of it. And they might even notice and say to you, what's going on with you? You look like you're feeling great. And you're like, I don't know, I just feel good. And would you need to know why you felt good, or would you rather just feel good? And try your best to apply this mindful practice to your communication in your daily interactions by keeping in mind the metaphor of building bridges. Am I building a bridge or am I building walls? Is the other person building their part of the bridge? And if they're not, how can I influence them to build their part of the bridge? Maybe it's just slowing down and listening to them and agreeing with them and making it more like a dance. And as you're doing that, all you have to do is try to slow down your self-talk by relaxing your jaw and your tongue and slowing down your breathing. And every now and again, just listening to this video, this audio, to clarify your intention before starting a conversation to the point where it just becomes automatic. And it's just part of who you are because you've integrated it into your personality because you listen to it enough times. And it's training you to focus on bringing positive value to the conversations that you are having. And you can even apply this to the conversations that you're having with yourself. You can use this audio session as a guide anytime that you're going to start a conversation. This mindful communication technique is something that you can apply in your daily life to enhance your relationships and your interactions with other people. And you can listen to it with your eyes open or your eyes closed. And thank you for listening to this audio session. If you found it helpful and you would like to receive further updates and information on mindset training, you can join the WhatsApp group. To join, just click the link in the description, or you can take a picture at the end. I'm going to put a picture here of a QR code that you can scan with your phone. This will directly link you to the WhatsApp group. And the group's kind of there to help you to change in a positive way, change how you communicate and change how you think and feel. I'll be putting videos up and audios and little messages, and eventually we build this community. It will be very interactive to remind you every day how to get back on track again. I'm Paul Campbell, the Mindset Coach, and thank you for listening, and I will see you in the WhatsApp group if you join.